Hi, I'm Daniel Stern, and I'm outside my sculpture studio in Culver City, California. So come on in. You know, I get a ton of personal satisfaction out of it. I really think it's a mental health issue for me too. I have to be creative. That's what I wake up to do. A compulsion to create things or to find order or to make something that wasn't there. I don't know if it has to do with ego. I don't know if it has to do with, I don't know where the impulse comes from. Well, when I was a kid, I started with a potter's wheel in my basement. I made my own potter's wheel. When I first started acting, it was the chicks that I was really after. All the girls were in the play, so that seemed like a really good reason. But there was also a lot more about understanding people. Like you're playing characters, you have to understand their dilemma, their life, that kind of, make-believe, pretend world and taking it seriously. I don't know, that was, I guess that was the start. My first movie I did was a movie called Breaking Away that I had no idea how to even be in a movie, but it was a really sweet movie. And then I got into Home Alone movie, and that Home Alone was kind of a big hit movie, and that was another silly side, and then sort of went down this comedy path of the acting and ended up in City Slickers and Bushwhacked and Very Bad Things. It was a funny movie, but really sick. And then I did have this desire to sculpt again. I mean, it actually came to me in a dream. You know, I just had a dream like I was playing with clay again, and I went, I gotta do that again. And it kept sort of growing, and it didn't dawn on me. It wasn't a conscious decision that I'm still telling stories with these characters. I'm still creating characters, just like I wanted to do as the impetus of becoming an actor. And become part of, the storytelling tradition of humankind. That's what people do through history. So it's been interesting. Once it sort of dawned on me that these were characters to create or moments in a story that's in my mind. If a guy's jumping over the fence, it's like, well, I know what the story is in my mind, and I'm trying to convey. If you don't understand exactly the same story, the feeling of the story or the moment of that story. And I realized the whole thing. I play guitar too, and sing and stuff. And I realized I'm telling stories there too. It's just amazing that and I look at, now I look at art that way. And all art, I have a story I need to tell you. You can tell it in an infinite number of ways, and combining, theater and film and painting and digital art, however it goes. Everybody's trying to get their story out. We want to be heard, and we want to listen to other people's stories. I did a little fisherman that there's a fisherman I see on the beach when I take a walk. So that was kind of one of the more direct ones. I remember as a kid sort of that feeling of jumping over a fence. I wanted to feel that again, but I don't know it's hard to explain. I like the motion, I think. I also like to capture some kind of, impossibility, some kind of motion to it, some kind of precariousness or something. So I just look for poses and that make me smile. As an actor, you don't get to go to work every day, If there's a play, you're in the play or a movie. But so this for me is a way of doing it every day. I come to work every day and it's a commitment that I want to make because I want to get better and better, and they only do that by doing it. That need to express that a lot of people have that's not really recognized as legitimate. That just means you want to not be serious. You don't want to get a real job kind of thing. But I think it's very real, and I think a lot of people have it, and it's becoming more acceptable to find a career in the arts and then do it a lot. Because you have to keep doing it. You can't keep talking about it. You have to go to work. You have to practice the piano every day. You can fantasize that you're in front of 1,000 people screaming your name, but you have to play the keys every day and get your fingers strong. You have to write. You have to do it. You have to put in a lot of hours just to get decent at it. And make that fantasy become reality is really, that's where everybody falls away, because the fantasy is beautiful. Thank you guys for coming by. I hope you had a good time and maybe learned a little something, a little inspiration. And if you want to learn more about my stuff, you could look at danielsternart.com. Peace!